Hello, and welcome back to the Best English Podcast. I'm your host, Olivia.
And I'm James. It's so great to be with all of you again. Olivia, I'm feeling really excited about today's episode.
Me too, James, because today we're going to talk about something that I believe can completely change your life as an English learner.
That's a big promise. But I think you're right. We're going to tackle the biggest, scariest monster that students face when learning to speak English.
Exactly. And we want to start by telling every single person listening right now something incredibly important. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Listen very, very carefully. English is not difficult.
And English is not impossible. You absolutely can speak English fluently, and you know what? You can do it much faster than you think.
That's the truth. But James, we both know how so many of our amazing students feel. They feel nervous when they try to speak. They hesitate, right? Their mind just stops.
Oh, absolutely. You get stuck. You're in a conversation, you know what you want to say in your own language, but the English words just won't come out. It's like they're hiding.
Yes, and that feeling can be so discouraging. Sometimes you don't even try to speak because you're so afraid of making mistakes. Does this sound familiar to anyone listening? I bet it does.
I'm sure it does. I think many of you have probably been learning English for years. You can read it, you can understand a podcast like this one, but when it's your turn to talk, poof, your mind feels completely empty.
It's such a frustrating feeling. You know the words are in there somewhere. You've studied them. But when you need them, they just disappear. You freeze.
You know, Olivia, I really understand this feeling on a personal level. When I was trying to learn Spanish, I struggled so much with this exact problem. I remember wanting to ask for directions, and I stood on a street corner for 10 minutes just trying to build the courage to say something.
Ugh, I've been there. I know exactly how it feels when you want to express an idea, a feeling, or just a simple thought, but you can't find the right words. It feels like you're trapped inside your own head.
And it's even worse when people are speaking quickly around you, and you're trying so hard to keep up, but you just can't understand them. It makes you feel, well, a little bit silly sometimes.
It really does. But here is the good news, the amazing news we want to share today. You don't have to struggle anymore.
That's right, because today we're going to teach you, step by step, how to learn English in the easiest and most natural way possible. This isn't about memorizing 1,000 new words or complex grammar charts. This is about changing your relationship with English.
I love how you put that, James. Changing your relationship with English. So, from this moment on, I want everyone listening to do something for us. I want you to try to forget everything that made English feel difficult for you in the past.
Let it go. Forget about all those complicated grammar rules that made your head spin. Forget about trying to be perfect with every single sentence.
And most importantly, forget about the fear. Because honestly, the biggest reason people fail to speak English fluently is not a lack of knowledge. It is fear.
100%. It's the fear of making mistakes, the fear of embarrassment, and the fear of being judged by other people. We worry so much about what other people will think.
But let me ask all of you a question. Think about your first language, the language you grew up speaking. How did you learn it?
That's a great question. Did you sit in the classroom and study grammar books when you were 2 years old?
Of course not. Did your parents make you memorize long lists of vocabulary words before you were allowed to speak?
No way. You learned by listening to your parents, your family, your friends. You learned by copying the sounds they made.
You learn by making thousands and thousands of mistakes, and you learn by simply using the language every single day for everything.
And that, right there, is the secret. That is exactly how you are going to learn to speak English fluently. You don't need to study English in the old, boring way. You need to live in English.
Yes, English shouldn't be something you practice for 1 hour a day and then put away in a box until tomorrow. It needs to become a part of your world, a part of your life.
You should be hearing it, thinking in it, and yes, speaking it every single day, even if it's just a little bit.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. Okay, Olivia and James, that sounds great, but how? How do I do that? I don't live in the USA or the UK.
And that's a fair question. But don't worry. We're going to tell you everything in detail. We won't just give you a few quick tips. We are going to take you on a journey. And by the end of this episode, English will feel easier and more natural for you than ever before.
Are you ready to begin this journey with us? Let's do it. So let's start with step 1. This is the foundation for everything else.
Okay, I'm ready. What is it?
Step 1. Stop thinking that English is difficult.
The mindset. This is so important. The first and most crucial thing is to change your mindset. If you truly believe, deep down, that English is difficult, your brain will always fight you. It will resist learning.
It's like trying to drive a car with the handbrake on. You can press the gas, but you won't get very far. But if you start believing, truly believing that English is easy and that you can do it, you will learn so much faster.
I love the analogy of a baby learning to walk. Think about it. A little baby falls down dozens, maybe hundreds of times. But does the baby stop trying? Does it say, oh, this walking thing is too difficult, I give up?
No, never. The baby just gets up, maybe cries for a second, and then tries again and again. And after some time, with all that practice, the baby starts walking and then running without any effort at all.
This is exactly how learning English works. Mistakes are not your enemy. Mistakes are proof that you are trying. They are a necessary part of learning. I'll say that again. If you are not making mistakes, you are not learning.
So, we want you to do something with us right now. Seriously, if you can, say these words out loud. If you're in a public place, you can just whisper them or say them in your head. Ready?
Let's do it together. Repeat after us. English is easy.
I can speak English.
I am learning and improving every day.
These words might seem simple, but they are incredibly powerful. The more you say them, the more you tell yourself this positive story, the more your brain will start to believe it. It's about building a new positive identity as an English speaker.
So, from this day forward, please never say, my English is bad. It's such a negative and unhelpful thing to say.
And never say, I cannot speak English, because you can. You're listening to this podcast right now, which means you can understand English. Instead of those negative phrases, say, I am learning English and I am improving every day.
That small change in your thinking, that shift from a negative mindset to a positive growth-oriented one, will make a massive difference in your learning journey. I promise.
Okay, so that's step 1. Change your mindset. Now for the fun part. Step 2. Surround yourself with English.
Yes, this is where you become the architect of your own English-speaking world. Now that you have a positive mindset, the next step is to bring English into your daily life in a big way.
So many people think they need to pack their bags and move to an English-speaking country to become fluent. And while that can help, it is absolutely not necessary.
It's not true at all. You can create a rich, immersive English environment no matter where you are. You just need to be a little creative.
So, what's the first, easiest thing you can do? The very first thing you should do is change your phone's language to English.
Oh, this is a brilliant and simple tip. Think about how many times you look at your phone every day. Dozens? Hundreds? Every single time you unlock it, you will see and read English words, settings, messages, clock. It's effortless learning.
Exactly. Your brain will get more and more comfortable seeing and using the language without you even trying. Okay, what's next, James? What's another way to surround ourselves with English?
The next one is a little more active, but it's a game changer. You should start thinking in English. We'll talk more about this later, but you can start small right now.
This is so key. Right now, most of you probably think in your native language and then translate the sentence into English in your head before you speak.
Right. And that process is what makes speaking feel so slow and difficult. It's like having a clumsy translator in your brain.
Instead, try to start with very simple, small thoughts directly in English. For example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking in your native language, I need to brush my teeth, try to think of the simple English version. I will brush my teeth now.
Or when you're in the kitchen making coffee, think to yourself, I am making coffee. When you look out the window, think, the weather is nice today. Or, it is raining.
At first, this will definitely feel a little strange. It might even feel a bit slow, but I promise you, the more you practice this, the more natural it will become. After a little while, these simple English thoughts will start coming to you automatically, without any effort.
It's like creating a little English-speaking person inside your head. Another fantastic way to surround yourself with English, and this one is my personal favorite, is by talking to yourself.
Yes, you heard him right. Talk to yourself in English every single day.
I know it might sound funny, but it is one of the most effective and powerful ways to improve your speaking skills. Stand in front of the mirror and just, oh, this is a brilliant and simple tip. Think about how many times you look at your phone every day. Dozens? Hundreds? Every single time you unlock it, you will see and read English words. Settings, messages, clock. It's effortless learning.
Exactly. Your brain will get more and more comfortable seeing and using the language without you even trying. Okay, what's next, James? What's another way to surround ourselves with English?
The next one is a little more active, but it's a game changer. You should start thinking in English. We'll talk more about this later, but you can start small right now.
This is so key. Right now, most of you probably think in your native language and then translate the sentence into English in your head before you speak.
Right, and that process is what makes speaking feel so slow and difficult. It's like having a clumsy translator in your brain.
Instead, try to start with very simple, small thoughts directly in English. For example, when you wake up in the morning, instead of thinking in your native language, I need to brush my teeth, try to think of this simple English version. I will brush my teeth now.
Or when you're in the kitchen making coffee, think to yourself, I am making coffee. When you look out the window, think, the weather is nice today. Or, It is raining.
At first, this will definitely feel a little strange. It might even feel a bit slow. But I promise you, the more you practice this, the more natural it will become. After a little while, these simple English thoughts will start coming to you automatically, without any effort.
It's like creating a little English-speaking person inside your head. Another fantastic way to surround yourself with English, and this one is my personal favorite, is by talking to yourself.
Yes, you heard him right. Talk to yourself in English every single day.
I know it might sound funny, but it is one of the most effective and powerful ways to improve your speaking skills. Stand in front of the mirror and just have a conversation with your reflection.
You could say something like, "Hello, how are you today?" And then answer yourself, "I am good, thank you. I have a lot of work to do today, but I'm feeling great."
This might feel very silly at first, but trust me on this one. When you talk to yourself, you are practicing speaking without any pressure. There is zero fear of making mistakes because nobody is listening.
And the more you practice hearing your own voice speak English, the more comfortable and confident you will become when you have to speak with other people. It builds up that muscle memory for your mouth and your brain.
Okay, here's another simple but really powerful method for creating that English environment. Label everything in your house.
Oh, I love this one. It's so practical. Get some small pieces of paper or sticky notes and write the English names of objects all around you.
Exactly. Stick a note that says door on your door. Put one that says table on your table. Refrigerator, mirror, window, chair.
And don't just stick the label there. Every time you see one of the labels, read the word out loud. For example, when you see the book on your table, say, "This is a book. The book is on the table."
Or if you have a cup, touch it and say, this is a cup. I drink tea from this cup. By doing this, you are connecting the English word directly to the physical object, which is how we learn as children. You're training your brain to recognize and name things in English automatically.
So, just to recap step 2, change your phone language, start thinking in simple English sentences, talk to yourself, and label things in your home. If you do these things, you'll be amazed at how quickly your home starts to feel like an English-speaking environment.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've changed our mindset and we've started to build our English environment. What's next, Olivia? This is a big one that I know holds a lot of people back.
It really does. Step 3 is stop worrying about grammar.
What? But my teacher always told me grammar is the most important thing.
I know. So many people believe that they need to learn perfect grammar before they can even start speaking. This is, and I want to be very clear, a huge mistake.
It's probably the biggest mistake in language learning. If you focus too much on grammar rules while you are trying to speak, you will always be slow, hesitant, and afraid of making mistakes.
It's like having a clumsy translator in your brain. Instead, we want you to flip it around. Learn to speak first and then correct and improve your grammar later.
Think about children again. They don't sit down and study grammar books. A 5-year-old can speak fluently, but they probably can't explain the past perfect continuous tense.
Exactly. They listen to their parents, they repeat words and phrases, and slowly, over time, their grammar improves naturally through exposure and practice.
This is the natural way to learn. So instead of memorizing complex grammar rules, just focus on learning simple, complete sentences.
For example, instead of studying the theory of the present continuous tense, just learn and use sentences like, "I am eating," "She is going to the market," They are playing football.
If you keep hearing, repeating, and using these simple patterns, the grammar will start to feel natural to you. You'll develop an instinct for what sounds right.
The key here is to listen more and copy more. Listen to how native speakers talk in movies, in podcasts, or in music, and then repeat what they say, copy them.
When you hear a new sentence that you like, don't just try to understand its meaning, say it out loud. Try to copy the sound, the rhythm, and the intonation. Make your mouth make the same shapes.
This is such an active way of learning. You're not just passively receiving information, you're actively producing the language.
So now you understand how to change your mindset, how to surround yourself with English, and how to stop fearing grammar. Now, let's go even deeper. Let's make this super practical.
Yes, let's show everyone how to actually speak English in their normal daily life. Many people struggle with speaking because they just don't know what to say or how to say it.
But here's a little secret. You already know how to speak English. You have the words and the basic knowledge. You just need to activate it.
Think about your daily routine. It's pretty much the same every day, right? You wake up. Instead, we want you to flip it around. Learn to speak first, and then correct and improve your grammar later.
Think about children again. They don't sit down and study grammar books. A 5-year-old can speak fluently, but they probably can't explain the past perfect continuous tense.
Exactly. They listen to their parents, they repeat words and phrases, and slowly, over time, their grammar improves naturally through exposure and practice.
This is the natural way to learn. So instead of memorizing complex grammar rules, just focus on learning simple, complete sentences.
For example, instead of studying the theory of the present continuous tense, just learn and use sentences like, I am eating. She is going to the market. They are playing football.
If you keep hearing, repeating, and using these simple patterns, the grammar will start to feel natural to you. You'll develop an instinct for what sounds right.
The key here is to listen more and copy more. Listen to how native speakers talk in movies, in podcasts, or in music, and then repeat what they say. Copy them.
When you hear a new sentence that you like, don't just try to understand its meaning. Say it out loud. Try to copy the sound, the rhythm, and the intonation. Make your mouth make the same shapes.
This is such an active way of learning. You're not just passively receiving information, you're actively producing the language.
So now you understand how to change your mindset, how to surround yourself with English, and how to stop fearing grammar. Now, let's go even deeper. Let's make this super practical.
Yes, let's show everyone how to actually speak English in their normal daily life. Many people struggle with speaking because they just don't know what to say or how to say it.
But here's a little secret. You already know how to speak English. You have the words and the basic knowledge. You just need to activate it.
Think about your daily routine. It's pretty much the same every day, right? You wake up, you brush your teeth, you make tea or coffee, you talk to your family, maybe you go outside to buy something, you meet friends, you go to work or school, and at night you relax and sleep.
Every single one of those activities can be described and spoken about in English. If you practice using English for your real daily life, speaking will become easy and completely natural. It won't be a special, scary event anymore. It will just be life.
So let's start with some simple conversations and phrases you can use every single day. Let's begin with the morning routine. This is a perfect time to practice talking to yourself in English.
Okay, so imagine you're waking up tomorrow. When you open your eyes, don't just get out of bed, start speaking in English, out loud.
For example, as soon as you wake up, you can say, "Good morning. I feel fresh today. I had a nice sleep. Let me get up and brush my teeth."
Then, when you go to the bathroom, narrate your actions. Say, I am brushing my teeth. Now I am washing my face. Let me take a shower.
When you go to the kitchen, keep going. "I am making tea. This tea smells so good. I am eating toast with butter."
Even if you are totally alone in your house, say these things out loud. It's so important. The more you say them, the more you practice, the more comfortable and automatic it will feel.
Okay, so that's talking to yourself. Now let's practice a real conversation. Imagine you are talking to your mother in the morning. James, you be you, and I'll be your mom. Ready?
I'm ready. Good morning, Mom.
Good morning, dear. How did you sleep?
I slept well, thanks. What are you making for breakfast?
I am making eggs and toast. Do you want some tea?
Yes, please. I would love some tea in the morning.
Okay, your tea is ready. Here you go.
Thank you so much. It smells really nice.
See? How simple and natural was that? It's a conversation you can have every single day. You don't need difficult, fancy words. Just keep it simple and natural.
That's a great example. And you can apply this to everything. When you go outside, there are so many opportunities to think and speak in English.
For example, if you're going to the market, you can say to yourself, I need to buy some vegetables. Let me check my shopping list. I will take a bus to the market.
And when you get to the shop, you can practice a real conversation. Let's role play again, Olivia. This time, I'm the customer and you're the shopkeeper.
Sounds good.
Excuse me, do you have fresh tomatoes?
Yes, of course. Here they are. They are very nice today.
They look great. How much is 1 kilo?
It's $2 per kilo.
Okay, I will take 2 kilos, please.
Anything else for you today?
Yes, I also need some onions.
Here you go. That will be $5 in total.
Here's the money. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
See? That is a real conversation that happens in daily life all over the world. If you practice simple conversations like this in your head or with a friend, you will never feel afraid to speak in a real-life situation.
It's all about.
That's a great example. And you can apply this to everything. When you go outside, there are so many opportunities to think and speak in English.
For example, if you're going to the market, you can say to yourself, I need to buy some vegetables. Let me check my shopping list. I will take a bus to the market.
And when you get to the shop, you can practice a real conversation. Let's role play again, Olivia. This time, I'm the customer and you're the shopkeeper.
Sounds good.
Excuse me, do you have fresh tomatoes?
Yes, of course. Here they are. They are very nice today.
They look great. How much is 1 kilo?
It's $2 per kilo.
Okay, I will take 2 kilos, please.
Anything else for you today?
Yes, I also need some onions.
Here you go. That will be $5 in total.
Here's the money. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
See? That is a real conversation that happens in daily life all over the world. If you practice simple conversations like this in your head or with a friend, you will never feel afraid to speak in a real-life situation.
It's all about building confidence with small, manageable steps. Okay, what about when you meet a friend? That's another common situation.
Let's do it. Hey, Olivia, how are you?
Hey, James. I am good, thanks. How about you?
I am great. What are you doing?
Nothing much, just relaxing a bit. Do you want to go for a walk?
Yes, that sounds great. Let's go.
It's so simple, but that's the point. Conversations are often made up of these simple, predictable phrases. Now, let's say we go to a cafe. We can practice that conversation too.
Okay, we're at the cafe. I'll start. Let's order something. What do you want, Olivia?
I think I want a coffee. What about you?
I will have a lemonade. Okay, let's call the waiter.
Now I'll be the waiter. Hello, what would you like to order?
1 coffee and 1 lemonade, please.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Your order will be ready soon.
Practicing these little scripts is like practicing for a play. When the real situation happens, you'll already know your lines.
Exactly. And the practice continues even at night when you relax. If you are with your family, you can have a simple conversation about your day. Something like this. Today was a long day.
What did you do today?
I went to the market and then I met my friend Sarah.
Oh, that sounds nice. What did you buy at the market?
I bought some vegetables and fruits for the week.
Good. Now let's have dinner. I am very hungry.
Yes, me too. And finally, before sleeping, you can take just 2 minutes to talk to yourself in English again, reflecting on your day.
For example, today was a good day. I learned a lot of new things. Tomorrow, I will wake up early and practice my morning English again. Now it's time to sleep. Good night.
All of these examples show you that you don't need to find special topics to talk about. You just need to talk about your life in English.
Now, Olivia, before we move on, I want to share one of the most powerful secrets to speaking English fluently. It's a technique that I use all the time when I'm learning a new language.
Ooh, a powerful secret. Tell us.
It's simple. Listen and repeat.
Ah, yes, shadowing. It's so effective.
It really is. When you hear a new sentence in a movie, a song, or a podcast like this one, don't just listen to it. Pause and repeat it. Say it out loud.
And don't just say the words. Try to copy the pronunciation. Copy the motion in the voice. Copy the rhythm and the tone. This is how you start to sound much more natural.
For example, if you hear the sentence, I am going to the market, you should say, I am going to the market, trying to match the speaker's sound exactly. Repeat it 5 or 10 times.
Do this every single day, even for just 5 minutes, and your pronunciation, your rhythm, and your confidence will improve dramatically.
Okay, so now everyone knows how to use English in their daily life. But Olivia, let's talk about a deeper problem. Many people know some English, but they still hesitate. They're still afraid. Let's talk about real confidence.
Yes, this is so important. You can know all the words in the world, but if you're too scared to use them, they're not very helpful.
Many people can read and write quite well, but when it's time to speak, they become nervous. We touched on this earlier, but let's really break down the reasons why.
Okay, reason number 1 is the fear of making mistakes. You think, what if I say something wrong? What if I look stupid?
Reason 2 is worry about pronunciation. You feel like you don't sound like a native speaker, so you think you shouldn't speak at all.
Reason 3 is simply a lack of practice. You never actually practice speaking, so of course you don't feel confident doing it. Confidence is a result of action.
And reason 4 is that habit of thinking in your native language first. That translation process makes you slow and kills the natural flow of conversation.
Does any of this sound like you? If it does, please don't worry, because we are going to give you the perfect solution for each of these problems right now. First, let's tackle pronunciation.
If you want to speak English fluently, your pronunciation needs to be clear. Now, let's be very clear about this. You do not need to have a perfect American or British accent. The goal is clarity, not a specific accent. People just need to understand you easily.
So, how do you improve your pronunciation? We already mentioned the first method, listen and copy. This is the fastest way. Find a short audio clip or a sentence from a movie, listen to it carefully, and then record yourself saying the same sentence.
And here's the important part. Compare your recording to the original. Where are the differences? Is your th sound different? Are you stressing the wrong word? This self-correction is incredibly powerful.
A second tip for pronunciation is to speak slowly and clearly. Many learners think speaking fast makes them sound fluent. This is a myth.
It's so true. Speaking too fast often makes your pronunciation unclear and harder to understand. It's much better to speak a little more slowly and pronounce each word properly. Clarity is more important than speed.
Okay, so that's pronunciation. But even with good pronunciation, people can still feel shy. So, James, how can they become truly confident?
First, and we will say this again and again, you must stop thinking about mistakes. Mistakes are not bad. They are a sign of progress. Even native speakers make mistakes when they talk.
That's so true. I make mistakes in English all the time. It's natural. So give yourself permission to be imperfect.
Second, you have to speak English every single day. Confidence comes from practice. It doesn't come from a book. If you only study English but never speak, you will never, ever feel confident.
Here's a simple rule for you. Every day, speak English for at least 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long time. Talk to yourself, call a friend who is also learning, find a language partner online, or just talk to your mirror. Just speak.
I'd also love the 3-second rule. When you are in a conversation and you want to say something, don't wait too long. Give yourself 3 seconds and then just speak.
Oh, that's a great tip. Why is that?
Because the longer you wait, the more time you give your brain to start worrying and feeling nervous. For example, if your friend asks, "What did you do yesterday?" Instead of thinking for 30 seconds to form the perfect sentence, just say the first thing that comes to mind. I went to the park. I watched a movie. I had a great day.
Just speak naturally without overthinking. That's fantastic advice. It keeps the conversation moving and builds your confidence in your ability to respond quickly.
Exactly. And finally, the best way to gain confidence is by practicing real conversations. Just like we role-played earlier. The more you practice, the less scary it becomes.
Okay, this brings us to what I think is the ultimate key to fluency, the final boss of learning English. We need to teach you how to think in English.
Yes, this is the goal. If you can master this, you will be able to speak fluently and without hesitation. If you want to speak English naturally, you must train your brain to stop translating.
If you keep translating from your native language, you will always be one step behind in a conversation. It's impossible to be fluent if you're doing that.
But don't worry. I know this sounds difficult, but it's actually quite easy if you follow the right steps. It's a habit you can build over time.
So, how do we start? If you're a beginner, don't try to think in big, complex sentences right away. That will be too frustrating. Start with single, simple words.
For example, when you wake up in the morning, look around your room and just name the things you see directly in English in your mind. Bed, pillow, window, sunlight.
Throughout the day, continue doing this. When you see something, say its name in English in your mind. Don't say the word in your native language first. Just see the object and think, tree. See a car and think, car.
This is the first and most fundamental step to training your brain to connect concepts directly to English words.
Once you are comfortable with single words, you can move on to the next step, thinking in simple sentences.
So, if you are brushing your teeth, think in a full sentence. I am brushing my teeth. When you are eating, think, I am eating rice. This food is delicious.
Again, the key is not to translate, just think the simple English sentence directly.
And as we've said before, talking to yourself in English is one of the best ways to practice thinking in English. When you talk to yourself, you are forcing your brain to create English thoughts.
Every day, spend 5 or 10 minutes doing this. When you're getting ready, say, I am choosing my clothes. I will wear a blue shirt today. When you're walking outside, say, the weather is nice today. I see a little girl playing.
Another crucial part of this is input. The more you listen to and read English, the faster your brain will start to think in English. Watch English movies, listen to English podcasts, read simple English books. This fills your brain with English sentence structures and vocabulary.
But remember, input alone is not enough. You must produce the language. You must speak. Even if you make mistakes, don't stop. Talk to friends, family, or even your cat. The more you speak, the faster you will learn to think in English.
So let's summarize a simple daily plan for thinking in English. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
In the morning, when you wake up, spend 5 minutes just naming everything around you in English.
In the afternoon, while you're working or studying, try to make simple English sentences in your mind about what you are doing.
In the evening, watch or listen to something in English for at least 20 minutes. It could be a TV show, a YouTube video, or a podcast.
And at night, before you sleep, speak to yourself in English for 5 to 10 minutes about your day.
If you repeat this plan daily, I can guarantee that in just a few weeks, you will start thinking in English naturally, without even trying.
My amazing students, you have now learned everything you need to know to start speaking English fluently, confidently, and naturally. Before we finish, I want to remind you of something very powerful.
English is not difficult. You are not bad at English. The only thing that has been stopping you is fear and hesitation. But now you have the tools to overcome both.
If you want to be successful in your life, in your career, learning English will open thousands of new doors for you. It will help you get better jobs, travel the world with confidence, make friends from different countries, and understand international movies, books, and culture on a deeper level.
But most importantly, it will make you feel so confident and independent. It's a skill that no one can ever take away from you. So please, never stop learning.
There will be days that feel difficult. There might be people who tell you that you're not good enough, but never, ever give up. You have already come so far just by listening to this, and we believe in you completely.
Now it's your turn. It's time to go and practice. Speak, listen, and think in English every single day.
And remember, mistakes don't matter. What matters is your effort, your courage to try.
This is not the end of your journey. This is the very beginning of your journey to fluency. Keep learning, keep growing, and one day you will speak English like a pro.
Let's do this together. We are with you on this journey, and we will always be here to support you. Now go out there and start thinking, speaking, and living in English.
You absolutely can do it.
Thanks for listening to the Best English Podcast. We'll talk to you in the next episode.
Bye for now, and keep practicing.